I also like it in this episode that Angelica is actually helping the babies, and she is also helping Susie out and shows that she can be a good friend to Susie. She is helping by wrecking the dinner that the grown-ups are having, because she thinks that if she wrecks the dinner, the Dummy Bear Man will be angry and he won't give Susie a new house, well, Susie's family a new house, so they won't have to leave the area and they can carry on being friends with Susie. The next episode I like is Cat Got Your Tongue, which is an episode of Rugrats about Angelica's pet cat, Fluffy. This episode is about where Finn and Lil's dad has lost his voice, and they hear Lulu say to him, "Cat got your tongue," which is an old saying when someone's being silent. When someone is being silent, you will say to them, "What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?" And the babies take it literally and think that Angelica's cat, Fluffy, has eaten Finn and Lil's dad's tongue, and Angelica plays along with it and says that she has ate his tongue, but she has hidden it and is going to have it for dinner later. The babies then go around the house trying to find the tongue and get it back from Fluffy. I really like this episode because I like cats and I just find it really funny. And I also think it's fun how Lulu says, "Cat got your tongue," and the babies being so young, they actually take it literally. It's just so funny, and it also shows how much Angelica loves her cat. There are some really nice Angelica and Fluffy moments in this episode. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch, and it's just really funny. The next episode that we will be talking about is Spike versus Fluffy. This episode is about where Angelica gets a new pet, and it is a white Persian cat. In the original series, it is never explained where Angelica gets her cat from. It is assumed, though, that Drew gets it for her because she is more close to Drew than she is Charlotte, and he loves Angelica, dotes on her, and is always spoiling her. So I do assume that he is the one that got her the cat. In the reboot, she gets the pet cat from an animal shelter, but in this episode, it is not explained where she gets the cat. Anyway, she gets a new cat, which is a white Persian cat, and takes it round to Tommy's house. Angelica is doing her usual thing of bullying the babies and making them do whatever she wants while they are in their playpen. She puts the cat up on a shelf, and it goes knocking things off the shelf and blaming Spike. Dee Dee, thinking that Spike is responsible, puts him in the garage while the cat steals his bed, and Tommy and the other babies love Spike. They don't want him to take the blame, so they escape the playpen, steal Fluffy's catnip ball, and we can assume that they will try to prove to the adults that Fluffy is the one to blame and not Spike. Anyway, Spike sees that Tommy has the catnip ball and is about to scratch him. But then Spike jumps out of the garage where he is locked and comes to Tommy's rescue. I like this episode because it is about Spike, and I love dogs. It shows how loyal Spike is and how protective he is of Tommy, and I just think it's a really nice episode. It may not be the funniest episode, but it is just a really nice, sweet episode. Another episode that I like is Mother's Day. And this episode is about where the babies are celebrating Mother's Day and trying to find presents for their mums. But Chucky feels left out because he doesn't have a mother. He is sad and he doesn't understand why he hasn't got a mother like the other babies. So his friends take him around the house and trying to find a mum for him, but all the attempts fail. He tries having Spike for a mum, and he has Lil as a mum, and she does everything wrong. That part of it is actually quite funny. And then he has Angelica for a mom, but Angelica is pretty selfish about it, and she only wants to act like a mum to him so that she can get the sculpture made that she's working on for her mum, because she just got bored of making it and wanted somebody to do it for her. Then when he doesn't do exactly what she wants him to do, she gets angry and locks Chucky and the other babies in a closet. Chucky then discovers a box in the closet full of his mother's things, including a photo, and he shows it to his father Chaz. Chaz did not want Chucky to discover the things because he is afraid that if Chucky finds out about his mom, he will miss her. But after finding the photo and getting some advice from Dee Dee, Chaz takes him to his mother's grave and explains to him about who his mother was, where she is, and why he hasn't got a mother. I really like this episode because even though it is not a funny episode, it is a really sweet, sentimental episode. We get to find out what happened to Chucky's mother, and it shows the special bond between a mother and her children, and it's just a really nice episode. Another episode that I really like and we are going to talk about is Vacation. This episode is about where the Rugrats and their parents go on a vacation. They go to Las Vegas, and Angelica tells the babies that vacation is a time when you can do whatever you want. Tommy sees this big screen TV displaying the fact that these two performers are going to do a performance with tigers, and he wants to go and pet the giant tigers, which he calls giant kitties. So he escapes from the grown-ups and takes the babies on a giant adventure, trying to find the big kitties or tigers so that he can pet them. It's a really funny, entertaining episode. It is very comical and definitely one of the best. While the babies are looking for the tigers, Angelica looks for a place where she can sing and be a star, just like the diva that she is. And in the end, she gets her wish. It is a really nice episode, very funny and very entertaining, and I would highly recommend watching it. The next episode we are going to be talking about is Together at Last, which features the twins Phil and Lil.